My name is 2A Michael J, and I'm bringing you a different kind of video because I think it's important to bring you this video just to kind of explain a little bit of who I am. And the reason why I think it's important to explain who I am is because I'm putting information out there for people to consume. And while I feel like my reviews on guns and gun parts are pretty honest because I don't receive free products from retailers or manufacturers, and I don't know what I would do if I ever started to get to that point. But I can tell you, I'm just a hardworking American, like most people out there. This isn't something that I do. YouTube isn't something that I do to gain notoriety, to gain views, to gain subscribers, to make a living on, or to gain free guns or gun parts. I don't think I'll ever get to that point. This is just something that I do for fun, and it's something that I do for myself. I don't think I'll ever want to make YouTube something that I count on to make a living on. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and I want to do it because I started this channel because I was having a hard time finding reviews and information on certain products out there. So I just decided to make my own channel. And I also decided to make YouTube videos because I was starting to see a pattern. Starting to see a pattern in the large gun tube community where a gun tuber gets big enough that I believe that their opinions are biased and become skewed. When retailers start, and this is just my opinion, when retailers start giving you free products to review, sending you free guns, it's hard. I would think it'd be really hard not to give a bad review on a product. And I've seen a pattern with some of these gun YouTubers. They'll get free products. They'll say that, hey, this is what my relationship is with the company. They did send me this for free, blah, 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 blah. They'll give a generally positive review on something, but they'll give you one negative. It's always just one, maybe two negatives. And I didn't like that because there's times where it's like, I really felt like that product probably didn't deserve that much praise. And while most of the products that I've reviewed, I've given praise on, it's because I've done my due diligence and I've done my own research on a product normally before I purchase it. Granted, there are a few products that I purchased. I purchased this stock right here without the Strike Industries Mod 1 stock without having a whole lot of information on it because there wasn't a whole lot of information on that stock. So I decided to put my own hard-earned work hours and purchase that product in hopes that maybe it was good. Do I think it's a good product? I don't think it's a great product, but I think it's good for the price. It's definitely a budget stock, but I think it's important that more information was out there for people out there, especially if they wanted to purchase that stock. I try to be as honest as I can about a product. I'll try to give you just the general specifications of something, and then I'll give you what my real world experience is when utilizing that product. Do I have all the answers and do I know everything? Absolutely not. I'm not trying to claim that my viewpoint or stance on something is the end all of be all. So take it for what it is. It's just my opinion on something. And if you think my opinion's good, then that's your own prerogative. And if you think my opinion is bad, then that's okay too. I don't do this again for the views or anything. I don't ask people to subscribe to my channel. I don't ask people to comment or to like my channel like I hear most people do. I could really care less, even though I appreciate the support. It's nice. It's a good feeling when I see my subscriber count going up, and it's gone up tremendously. In fact, it's gone up a lot in the last couple of weeks, and I'm kind of surprised because I'm my own worst critic, and I actually think that some of my videos could be a lot better. But I have very little experience in video editing. I have very little experience in making videos itself. So this is all a learning process for me. So be patient. If you like my content, just be patient. It's getting better. I'm starting to learn a little bit more, but just know this is something that I do in my free time. And I'm a hardworking American that works 40, 50, sometimes 60 hours a week. I've done a lot of different things in my life. You know, I've done everything from being a logistics supervisor to a bagger at a grocery store to a photographer. I was in a heavy metal band, and I was in the United States Army. I was in the Corps of Engineers, 21 Bravo, 21 Kilo, did 2 tours in Iraq, Camp Freedom, and Afghanistan. I've got service medals, humanitarian service medal, good contacts service medal. Um, and I've got military service, but I can tell you my gun experience isn't because of my military experience. Granted, the manual of arms that I've learned from the AR-15 platform is mainly from my military experience, but all my pistol experience is from after the military because I hardly ever shot a pistol while I was in the military. In fact, I can only think of 2 times that I shot a pistol in the military, and that wasn't for any sort of training. It was because a friend of mine had a pistol while we were at the range. But anyway, I don't get products for free. I don't have anybody emailing me asking me if I want to review something. I don't have anybody paying me to say good or bad things about products. I just do this because I think it's important that there are more opinions out there for people out there like you watching to make a more educated decision on something. Because, granted, some people have more money in the world, especially more money than I do, and maybe it's not as big of a deal to you to spend, $100 or $200 in a bulk carrier group, but it's a big deal to me. That's a lot of money to me, and I want to make sure that my money is being well spent. Now, granted, I will spend my money on some very frivolous and stupid things, but I really try not to. I really try to make very smart and educated purchases. And I have found myself making better purchases, especially when it comes to guns and gun parts, because I've become much more experienced in the gun world. I have made some very bad gun purchases. I've made some very bad decisions when it comes to building guns and just guns in general. Buying bad ammunition or building something incorrectly. So all I can do is take that experience and hopefully that you guys don't make the same mistakes that I did. But I think it's important that you make some of the same mistakes because it allows you to grow in that experience in whatever that you're doing. I generally try to buy good products, but I don't have the budget to buy high tier items. And your, Trigicon branded stuff, your Daniel Defense and LWRC and all your high tier gear. It's going to be great. Okay, it's hard for me to watch a review on something that I can't afford, even though when I watch that review, I know it's going to be good because that's a high tier, high dollar item, and it's going to be reliable. It's going to be functional. It's going to be great. It's got to be for that price. What I try to bring you is some more budget friendly stuff, but at the same time, bringing you products that are still budget friendly, but also reliable and good. Are there products out there that I don't recommend? Yeah, there are. If you watch my Grand Power P40 video, it'll show you that I don't think that gun is for everybody. In fact, I would not recommend that gun to other than a few people that I know that like single double action semi-automatic pistols that shoot 10 millimeter. That is probably the only people that I would recommend that pistol to. There are pistols out there that I definitely regret buying. In fact, here's one of them. Here's a pistol I kind of regret buying, even though it wasn't an expensive endeavor. It's a little 22 caliber revolver. It's got a different cylinder on it, so I can change it to 22 Magnum. It's a fun range toy, but I had issues with this pistol. In fact, it's supposed to hold 6 rounds and only holds 5 just because of how this gun functions. It had bad tolerances in it where you can't load a 20. One of these chambers won't load a 22 because of how bad the quality control is on it. So would I recommend this pistol to people? Probably not. There's better brands out there. But anyway, the point of that was just saying that there are things that I've purchased with my own money that I regret buying. There are things out there that I wouldn't recommend to people, and what you should do as a viewer is just take everyone's opinion for what it is, their own opinion, and everything that I'm bringing you, other than just the general specifications of something, it's just going to be my own real world experience with that item and my opinion on it. Am I biased on certain things? Probably. There are certain manufacturers out there that I've had very good experiences with. So when I see that manufacturer come out with a product, I already have in my mind that that product's probably going to be good. So I mean, it just happens. That happens with everybody. I think everybody can relate to that sentiment at least. So I do try to at least be as honest as I can, and I just want you guys to know that you shouldn't take everything that I say with exact certainty, right? Not everything is. It's definitely very subjective. So, but I have real world experience. I am not a competition sharpshooter, super deadly operator, but I have at least enough experience with pistols and firearms that I think I can bring you at least some good information. It's not the best information, and my videos definitely could use a lot of work. I know that. I'm getting better at the videos. I'm getting better at video editing. I'm getting better at speaking. I'm getting better just in general at making YouTube videos. I am pumping out content pretty frequently, and I'm trying to figure out what the best format of video is and what the best I don't know, with you guys like product reviews or gun reviews or build videos. I'm just trying to figure all that out. So my channel is definitely growing, and I appreciate the viewership. I appreciate the support. Just because I don't say please subscribe, please like, please comment below doesn't mean that I don't want you to. It's just not my shtick. I could really care less if you subscribe, even though I love subscribers. That's not what my purpose is behind the video. That's just kind of what I'm trying to say. That that isn't my main focus. It isn't my focus to get more views, to get more subscribers. My focus is to bring information out there to the general public so they can make a more educated decision. And I'm hoping that you guys can see the subjective manner in which I'm bringing you that information, because it's definitely subjective. It's not objective. I like to say that I'm pretty objective, but just like anybody else, everybody has their own opinions and biases, and that's exactly what it is. But I just thought I'd explain a little bit about me, my background, who I am, and what my purpose is in bringing you YouTube videos, because I think it's important. I don't think enough YouTubers are transparent enough for me to actually believe everything that they say. And I'm not telling you to believe everything that I say. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm just an everyday guy, just trying to bring information out there. I don't care what you do with that information. You can take that information and tell yourself, I'm not going to buy that product because I like it or I dislike it. Or you can take that information and say, hey, he actually might have some decent points on it, but I might not agree with everything. I hope actually that's the case. I hope somebody doesn't agree with everything that I say, because that's a big red flag to me. But if you do have a concern or something, I'm always open to constructive criticism, as long as it's tactful. I try not to curse. I try not to attack anybody when they have a different viewpoint. But you have to remember, if I get this a lot in at least other people's comments and their videos is isn't if somebody hasn't purchased something or they're kind of focused on a certain brand or something, they'll they'll knock you for not using what they use because they think what they use is obviously the best. I'm not like that. I think everybody has a different need. Different guns might work better for different people. Different parts might work better for different people. Everyone's shaped and is made a little bit differently. So something that might work for me might not work for you, and you should know that. I'm a pretty short guy by every means and measure, so some things don't work as well for me as my length of pole is just a little bit shorter than most. But so things that might work well for me probably won't work well for a larger person. But anyway, kind of going on a rant here. I just thought I'd make a video on who I am because I don't show myself a lot on video, and I made it a purpose to do that, but I decided to kind of branch out and give you a little more human side of me because I'm a completely different person on camera when it comes to making my videos. I try to stay focused on the content that I'm making rather than just being a real world person. And maybe I need to be a little more real world person on my videos. So, but anyway, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the views, and I don't know. I'm always open to suggestions. So if you have any suggestions on what you might like to see, or hell, if there's something that you want me to review and give you my opinion on it, you can let me know. I might actually spend my own money on it and review that product. I'm always open to different things. I'm not going to do it for the views or the money or the products, but I don't know. It's easy to say now, but if I ever got to that point where I had, let's say, Sharps Rifle Company or Lantac wanted to start sending me, free bolt carrier groups, am I going to turn that down? Probably not, because I think those are very good bolt carrier groups and they're very expensive. In fact, I purchased them both with my own hard-earned money, so I would be elated if they sent me some of those products for free. But when that point happens, my viewpoint's definitely going to become a lot more skewed. I'm probably not going to want to piss off the manufacturer or that retailer that's sending me that free product. So, am I going to say something bad about it? More likely than not, probably not. Just remember that when you hear a YouTuber say, I got this product for free and I'm going to do a review on it, just remember when that happens, do you think they're going to want to piss off that retailer or manufacturer by saying something negative about that product? Because they're probably going to want to continue to have a relationship with that manufacturer or that retailer in order to continue to keep that revenue coming in, because that is revenue. That's giving them something they're not having to spend their own hard-earned money on for that product in order to review. And B, it's creating more content for them to make videos on because they're getting free stuff to make more videos on. That's more money in their pocket. Of course, they're going to be biased. Of course, they're going to want to keep on getting that free stuff. Of course, they're going to want to continue to have a good working relationship with those companies. And I think it's important for you as the viewer to know that. But my name is 2A Michael J, and this is my channel.